So I'm going to give you some voiceover footage of 2 days worth of training. So this was obviously the Firehouse workout. I decided to try to load the legs as heavy as I can. So trying to get in some sort of jumping just about every day, trying to get this quad to fire again. And that's where I decided to try today to load as heavy as possible. That's why you see these super high quarter squat, bench, box squats, whatever you want to call them. I just wanted to feel something heavy. I haven't had a heavy barbell on my back over like 330 in a couple months now since I've messed up this left quad, and just literally plate quartered it to feel what it would feel like. No set plan. Did 5s up, and then okay, it started to slow down, get a little heavier, so we went to 3s. I was kind of impressed how 4 and 5 felt. I definitely still feel myself shifting, and I don't like that feeling. So the left leg is still not firing. To give you an example, single leg extension, and real quick, I got up to about 505 here, and then actually worked into a drop set, which is the next set you see pretty quickly. I just didn't film any information there. And then I did 5 sets of those dumbbell squat jumps, but right when I entered the quad, the leg extension single leg was up to about 40 pounds on my left leg and 150 on my right for a set of 10, full range of motion, and my left leg is now at 70 pounds. So I'm still not even to about 50% strength with my left quad. So apparently you can lacrosse ball too much on your quad and cause nerve damage, cause nerve damage. Don't know how to explain what else happened. Still maybe going to try to look for some more help, doctors and stuff like that, trying to figure this out. But been throwing everything at it, all different realms. So then you saw some very light, like tempo lower pause squats. I've noticed like my top end, like in like a step up, is starting to feel a little better. But like if I do a high step up, it's very difficult to get the quad to fire, and it's kind of in the hip flexor as well a little bit. So just trying different things. After loading heavy, I was like, well, let's see what it feels like pushing it through a full range of motion here. And then after this, you'll see I did some single leg press. I didn't show you everything. I did some single leg press, some one leg RDLs, and some weighted ab wheel. I've been hitting the ab core work, back work, all that pretty heavy and hard lately, the past few weeks. But the hamstring, I did have a little bit of sciatic issue in the left leg a little bit too. So it's kind of been battling a little bit of both sides of the left leg. That's why I did some light one leg RDLs, just trying to feel it out after all these squats. I actually finished squats, and at the Firehouse we went to dinner, and I came back and did the remainder of the accessory work. So it's been a back and forth process with that. So you can see kind of a little bit how here you see I fidget with where this leg press sits and what I wanted to feel with it, how range of motion was. So elevate the heel on that little lip, you see a much deeper range of motion. So this is the right leg, which is the good leg. You can see it's a pretty smooth and good push right out the bottom. And then when I go to the left leg, it doesn't really fire that well. And you can kind of see this indentation on the outer left side of this leg. That is where my quad is atrophied. We actually, for the first time I measured today, I've been reluctant because I can tell, but I didn't want to do it. But my left leg in mid-thigh is 2 inches smaller right now than my right. So I've lost significant muscle mass in that entire leg, whether it's just the quad, hamstring, whatnot. Doing a lot more single leg stuff, obviously, with the injury. And I think that if you hear my dog in the background, it's because he got a new toy and he wants to do anything anytime I'm ever recording. He likes to be right here. But I've been doing a lot of single leg stuff, some different step up variations, lunge variations, split squat variations, and really attacking this from every angle that I can, trying to figure something out how to get it firing again. We've tried some back to early stages, some dry needling with some stem. Kind of glad I didn't. I've basically quit throwing because I don't want to ingrain bad habits, because I threw some nice lightweights today. I say nice. There is zero drive in my left leg towards the front, and I struggle to like actually feel stomping it down to the front and driving through that left to the front, lifting through it. So I basically have no left side in these throws, and actually I don't know how this one went really well. I broke my trick, but I stepped flat on it and still went. I have no shame. Normally I hide the distances just for competitiveness, but every throw 62 feet today. Almost right at it. I pulled the tape, rode generally, but really rough that number for myself for where it was back in March. I just can't do it. Now, I would not advise against doing this in my gym or in any gym, but I own the place and I'm confident with my ability. Levi didn't trust me here while he was benching with indoor hammer winds. Like I said, it absolutely poured rain, so I mixed in bench press with hammer winds inside because it was just a muddy mess outside, and it's just not worth it, even with me not being full strength of really going and pushing stuff. So decided to hit a little heavy bench today because I was kind of like mentally like, let's do something that's heavy. I'm gonna do some like upper body accessory stuff tomorrow probably, but throwing slingshot on and bench 170 kilos, mixed in hammer winds. And while doing these, I really worked on trying to stretch long over top. So that's pretty much the gist of training. You'll see this kind of end up here. And that was the gist of it for a couple days. So hopefully keep bringing this to you, and hopefully we keep seeing this quad improve. Thanks for tuning in this long. Later.